Good morning, Earthlings. Aaron here, aka AJ, aka Papa. It is December 27, 2019, and I am back with another Vlogmas vlog to feast your eyes and ears upon. Indubitably so, my lovelies. How are you today, Pooh? Don't you just love when you get in the car in the morning and the first thing that happens is that the gas light goes on and you remember, oh yeah, that's right, past me decided that future me was okay pumping gas in the morning and future me is ticked. Such is the life of a procrastinator. Future me gets the shaft all the time. I'm on the road early this morning, earlier than normal because I had some things I had to get done before I went to work. I need to stop at the bank, get coffee, return a movie to Family Video that we didn't watch. It was a free movie that we got with the pizza, but I am doing all of that this morning. And of course I wanted to have time to chat with you guys. Since I will be, delivering later, it gives me less time to chat with you guys because back in the day, when I first started doing this, I used to vlog while I was driving, and I've since, realized that that's a huge no-no. But I may return to that at some point if I ever get myself one of those nifty little phone holder things for my windshield. But actually, I kind of like this better. I don't want to drive distracted. So anyway, we've been working on the running the errands this morning, and I'm just about finished, and I thought that would take a second to update you guys on the book that I've been reading. I showed it to you before. It's called Scorch Atlas by Blake Butler, and I'm about halfway through it now, and I gotta tell you, it's I'm having to force myself to read it at this point, and it's not that I don't appreciate it for what it is, but it's a hard read. Each chapter is a different story of a different character, and they don't, at this point, seem to be connected at all. And the only way that they are connected is that the stories are set in a scorched world, in a world where the atmosphere has burnt up, and it's covered the world with ash and charcoal and just craziness. There's scarce food and basically no water, and it's just it's dystopic, and and I love me a good dystopian novel, but this is really, it almost seems a little bit abusive to the characters for no purpose. Like, it's just stories about people who are suffering, and I get that, and I understand it, and the writing, the structure of his writing is really great, but unless this story has a purpose other than to just relate suffering, then I don't know if I care for it. But I mean, this is part of just picking books and reading without really having much of a background on what the book is sometimes you end up with books that you don't love. I am going to try to finish it though, because I don't like to get in the habit of not finishing things, even something that I don't love doing, such as finishing a book or chores or things like that. If you get in the habit of not finishing things, it'll filter into all corners of your life, and nobody needs that. So lately I've been going through a creative slump, and I know why it is. It's because I was working so many hours, and I had no downtime while I was working at the restaurant and trying to fit in the bookstore and then trying to do everything else outside of there. And it's really hard to be creative when you're super tired, and when you don't have time to decompress. And so I've been kind of going through a slump creatively, other than just doing some crafty stuff in the way of decorating the Christmas tree or doing a little crocheting here and there or whatever. Haven't even really been doing that, but for me, especially when I notice that I'm doing a lot of crafting stuff, it's usually because I'm trying to avoid actually digging in to songwriting or, creating actual, like, full-on artwork. And don't get me wrong, crafting is extremely artistic and extremely creative. So I don't mean to say that those who craft aren't artistic or aren't expressing themselves with their full artistic potential. What I'm saying is, for me, with me being a songwriter and with me being, somebody who, paints and such to a certain level, that whenever I'm crafting, for me, generally, it's because I'm avoiding, like, actually doing the work of, doing, like, songwriting or whatever. And I haven't even sat at my piano for some time, and a lot of that is just full-on exhaustion. So I've been really thinking a lot about it, and with me getting ready to do the 100 Days of Yoga Challenge, and then also doing the 365 Days of Zen coming up here, I'm really excited to swing all of that stuff in the direction of creativity. And so what I'm really wanting to do is just really express myself over the next year, really make creativity my focus, really make songwriting my focus, really push forward in trying to make that my career and my goal. So we are going to see some big changes for me, and a lot of it had to do with me changing my work situation. And I think it's scary, working less, because you feel like if you work less, then you make less money, but it doesn't have to be the case. You can always work smarter, and I feel like that's what I'm trying to do now. But we will see how things transpire. I just don't ever want to get into that zone where I feel like I have to work constantly, because that's no means to an end. It's just me, kind of treading water to keep from drowning, and I'd rather, get me a little floaty and just float down the river, So I don't know. That's some thoughts on my slump. I know what to do when you're in a slump. You need to set the scene and get in front of the piano and just play without expectations, and just get in your medium, whatever it is that you use to create. Get in there and touch it and feel it and get in the moment and just enjoy it for what it was to begin with, which was just play, right? So I need to get on my piano at some point today and just play around with it and just have fun with it. Sometimes when I'm feeling particularly slumpy, I will pick a couple of songs that I really like by other artists, and I will, learn how to play them on the piano and then tweak them so that they're my own version of it. And that always makes me feel really, gets the juices flowing, so to speak. So anyway, that's what's going on with the art. In preparation for 100 Days of Yoga, which I will start on January 1st, which is kind of cringy, but whatever. I have started getting up an extra hour early every day, and I'm going to be doing that every day, because basically one of the things that I'm going to do is starting first thing in the morning when I get up, I'm going to stop checking my phone right away. It kills a lot of my time in the morning, easily a half an hour right off the bat. So I'm going to stop checking my phone first thing in the morning and get right up and go and do 45 minutes to an hour's worth of yoga, and that, I think, will set the tone for the day. And I just need to limber up. I'm having a lot of body issues and stuff that I think could be alleviated with good solid stretching and some just overall improvement of muscle. So I've been doing that, getting up early in preparation for that, and we'll see. I've dug into the 365 Days of Zen, and there's some great stuff in there. There's also some days where I'm going to, read the passage and not exactly understand what the heck they're talking about. So maybe some of it is the journey of me trying to figure out what the heck they're talking about. But and I will post the book to. I don't know if I will stick to the full-on book. I don't know. I'm still back and forth about that. I kind of feel like I want to just make sure that I'm utilizing some source of philosophical thinking at some point. I don't know if 365 Days of Zen is going to be what I need to do that. So maybe I just make sure I'm reading something spiritual every day and pulling something from that. But that will require me to do a lot of reading every day in addition to the recreational reading that I'm doing. So I don't know. I'm so conflicted about it. Because I kind of 365 Days of Zen is great, but it's all, very Buddhist, and I like Buddhism, but I would love to pull spiritual thought or philosophical thought process from many different sources, not just one source, so to speak, if you get what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm rambling again. So anyway, I'm here at the bookstore about a half an hour early, so I'm going to read another chapter in Scorch Atlas and just chillax and quiet my mind a little bit before I go in. There are no people waiting for bag sale today. Not yet anyway. Yesterday when I got here, there was a big old long line. And I think what it is that most people think that we don't restock, but we did restock yesterday. So I think the people that come today are actually going to end up better off than the people that came yesterday, because the people that came yesterday, there was a stampede of people and they all went straight to media and just tore it apart. But today, if there's no line, the people that come will get kind of a fresh look at things and have time to look things over and enjoy the process of picking the stuff for their bag. So I don't know. There is one guy waiting in his car, but nothing like yesterday. So anyway, guys, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. It'll probably be when I get home. I'm thinking about taking the Christmas tree down today. We are going to leave some of the Christmas lights up, though. They're really cool looking on the tree that we have them on, and I'm thinking that I'm going to take the other string that we have and string them around something else, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll talk to you later. Bye! Hey guys, how's it going? I'm home from finishing up my shift at the bookstore, and I am cooking a little bit of lunch before I clock out for delivering tonight. So I'm just making some pizza rolls. I just took some crescent roll dough and rolled those up with some cheese, a little bit of tomato sauce and some pepperoni in there, and then I'm making a little bit of pasta to go on the side. Nothing that extravagant, and I'm not going to show you because my stovetop is a mess right now and I don't feel like cleaning it at the moment, but that's what we're having for lunch, and maybe I'll show you the plate after it's finished, perhaps. Oh hey guys, how's it going? Y'all doing okay? I'm doing good. I am about halfway through a shift delivering. It's been actually pretty slow tonight, which is surprising because they were really steady, quite busy all day earlier today. So I'm kind of surprised that it's not been busier, but it is still kind of early in the evening. So we'll see. If it doesn't jump off here, maybe in like an hour or so, I'm going to go on ahead and call it a night because I do have to be at the bookstore in the morning. So, yeah, that's kind of all that's going on right now. I haven't really done much else other than just cook lunch, eat. Oh, we watched another episode of The Witcher, which, by the way, we are on episode 5, and it has gotten exponentially more like quickly moving. So the first 4 episodes or so were kind of like kind of hard to follow and a little bit slow, but the reasoning behind all that is because they were building all this character information. So you needed to know the characters to a certain extent before you really understood their motivations behind what happens in episode 5. So we'll probably watch episode 6 tonight as well. And I believe also a new Mandalorian came out tonight. So we've got our work cut out for us, and I still need to kind of read another chapter so in Scorch Atlas, because I'm just trying to muscle through it at this point, because it's not really doing what I want it to for me as far as like interest level. So I'm interested to try to figure out which book I'm going to read next. I've got a book of Gothic Tales, which sounds really good. And then I also am kind of thinking that maybe I'll just read something by Steinbeck. Or I also got a really cool book by Ayn Rand. So, and also Anais Nin. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I'll go with an author I know a little bit about. And then that way, I'll feel like it's a little bit less of a gamble, you know, but who really knows actually. But I don't know that I'll do much else as far as vlogging today. I think I've said pretty much everything I need to today. Tomorrow we are up early again. I need to get to the bank one more time because I did get paid from the bookstore, and so I need to get to the bank before work and of course get my coffee. But other than that, not a whole lot, just business as usual tomorrow. So I hope y'all had a good day. I had a pretty good day myself. My life is so much less complicated now that I've let the restaurant go, and my body hurts less. My stress level has decreased so much over the past few days. So I think I made a really solid decision, or the universe made it for me. I felt backed into a corner about how it ended, but it was all for the best, I think. So anyway, guys, I hope you had a great day. I had a really good one, and I will talk to you first thing in the morning. Okay, I love you. Bye.